Alright, well, we are live. We're back. It's been a few weeks. It's been a month. Something like that. We're gonna just jump right into it. We're doing some D&D stuff tonight. Should be fun. Be able to play here for a couple of hours. And see if we can get into this Citadel here. And hamstring a bunch of player characters. That'll be a lot of fun, right guys?
We're all gonna die.
No? Not so much?
I have a secondary character in mind when I...
Yeah, I've got a few ideas too.
That's good. That's definitely
A
good.
bunch of downers for guts.
We all just know how difficult this dungeon is.
It is challenging, that is for sure. But you know, there's a little teamwork and all that good stuff, a little ingenuity, we'll be able to handle that no problem. I am just pulling up Twitch here real quick to make sure everything was running fine, and then we'll get going here. Looks like we are streaming Dungeons and Dragons, the concept.
In the future, you should be able to stream your D&D game.
I know, right? I never thought this would happen back in the day. Playing with the friends, that is for sure.
Oh yeah, sitting around the table, just rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, by the way, I'd like to mention to him at any point in time, if my music is overpowering my voice too loud, let me...
alright, will do. So it looks like everything's running over there just fine. Just go ahead and minimize that and not worry about that too much. So, I think the last thing that happened was us hanging out in the Menticle's tail. So,
Yeah, we just got done taking report of that.
We actually made the deal with broker. I think at the very end, we all finished signing some paperwork in blood. That would seal us to a contract.
Not to my liking.
yeah, it's true. That definitely did happen. Some of the members seem to be a little bit more willing to agree to the, kind of, I don't know, you're signing in blood. I mean, it doesn't get any more real than that. So I definitely would feel a bit taken aback at that myself. But the signing was done. Everybody did indeed agree to sign the contract. And so here we are the next morning. We're going to time shift a little bit. It's a little bit after that conversation. The bar is pretty much cleared out a bit, and you guys have had a nice breakfast and a nice sleep, and you're pretty much maxed out and ready to go. So is there any last minute things you guys would like to do before we get started?
I was just pretty much going to sit down with the rest.
You all picked up a healing potion, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I was gonna say if anybody wanted to do shopping, because I'm ready to get into this murder house dungeon.
Is there a shop in the bar?
There is Meister Simon, and he does have some wares. I can't remember if anybody talked to him last session or not. But right at the moment, he pretty much doesn't have much to sell to you guys except for healing potions anyway. So.
I was hoping to get my hands on like some ball-bearing caltrops or something.
That kind of stuff definitely will be available going into the future. I'm going to try and keep, the inn as self-contained as much as possible as far as getting all of the supplies and whatnot that you guys need for, this adventure or future adventures. That being said, if you guys do want to backtrack and come back out and spend a night and then go back down into a citadel, and take a rest, something like that, you can do that. But there may be some kind of consequences as far as, that any enemies you may have encountered, any reinforcements they may have had, and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind.
True enough.
So, you guys just got done with breakfast here, and that is where we are. Is there anything you guys would like to do real quick?
I would like to go talk to the bartender, Tobias.
Okay.
Hey, Tobias, you got him?
Yeah, are you just calling across the inn, or?
Well, I'm walking over towards him as I say this.
Okay. Just kind of wiping down the bar, and looks up at you. He says, "Oh, what's up?"
What all can you tell us about this Yawning portal? What kind of stuff should we expect on the other side? Do you have any, information that could give us maybe a leg up on the way?
Well, I've heard a few tales about it, of course. I know one thing you can expect is a bunch of them bloody rats.
Oh, is that how they got down there? They came through the portal and just stopped y'all from getting...
Turns out old Snoot seems to think that they make a fine meal, left out some victuals for 'em, and then they infested the whole bloody place.
You got any idea on what else other than rats we might expect? You said you got a few stories.
Yeah, well, other folks have gone down before you. Check out the Citadel. The last group we ain't heard from.
I think I remember you mentioning something about that. Kind of why we were brought in, I guess.
It's been a minute. I believe I told you about them. They ain't come back yet. I don't know what happened to them. I believe I told you about the wayward druid that went in a while ago.
Yeah, didn't you ask us to find him in particular? Was there some reason for that?
Well, he's been sending up them goblins. Seems to have taken under his thrall. Been sending them up with one of them apples. Did I tell you about the apples?
No, you've made no mention of an apple prior to now.
Yes, he has made mention of apples.
I missed it. I apologize.
I thought maybe I did. They heal you, you see. Eat one of them. It's the Gothias tree. I told you about this tree, the Heart of Iron, all this. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember that.
you have mentioned it before.
Well, somehow he convinced these goblins to help him. They took themselves a dragon a long time ago. I don't know what happened to the bloody thing.
It's gonna be very dangerous. And any words of advice?
Well, we've heard tales of some kobolds and goblins, of course. All kinds of bloody little critters running around in there. But I believe the druid's the greatest threat. Whatever little pet he might be keeping.
Well, when you mentioned dragon, that's quite a pet. That definitely.
Well, I don't know for sure. But there's rumors, and the temple is a old bloody... I don't know. What do you call it? They worship the bloody dragons, the dragon cult from ages ago.
Appreciate the information. You mind if I get one of them fire grogs to go?
Ha! You like 'em, do you, mate?
Oh, they definitely hit the spot. Reminds me of the old tree sap one I used to make out in the woods.
Ha! There might be some tree sap in there. He kind of laughs as he walks away. Goes off to get one from Snoot. So he comes back, and just goblin racism, casual racism up in here against them goblins.
Yeah, I'm used to it. I'm used to it by now, because I know, got the crap kicked out of me my entire life.
I mean, you got tripped by a dwarf for no other reason.
Yeah, then I was like, oh, no. It happened.
Ratul just sort of looks over at the rest of the group with his arms crossed.
Well, it appears this is where we're going to begin this day.
Is
Go ahead and roll a Constitution save. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
I'll wait.
$14, yeah, that's going to be good enough. You pound it down. You kind of, choke a little bit, but you get it down.
Oh, it's the spot. Let's do this.
That'll get you fueled up for the road. Okay, let's start heading down.
Indeed.
And what were you going to say, Alardro?
I was just say, is everyone ready to go to this citadel?
Yeah, let's pound some rat face, and I just do the motion where I punch myself in the hand, just like that get ready, just hand to fit.
Let us go.
Yes. I am ready, Furby, to get wealth and glory.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and transition over here. And I believe you guys can all locate yourselves. So everyone's going to have to make their way over here. That door over here is open, so you can make your way through there. All the rats have been cleared out.
Oh yeah, how do you do that again? Because you said it was going to be important for these runs.
So you have to grab your token, and then after you move it, or as you're moving it, you right click, and then you right click again each time you want to have a spot.
I was just practicing because I needed a refresher myself.
You're good. You just went in a lot of circles. There you go. You did it.
I did it.
You did it.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Who's brave enough to go in first?
I got a fire in my belly. Let's do this. Go through the portal.
Okay. Everybody else?
Does it look strange when he walks through?
Yeah, it's definitely a almost unearthly kind of greenish light. It doesn't look sickly, but it definitely does look some, like ethereal or some kind of otherworldly element to it, some kind of quality. As you go through, you feel like this energy kind of rush over you as all of the molecules of your body kind of start glowing for a second, and as you disappear, it almost feels like just one at a time as each one of your molecules disappear, and then as you pop out the other side, I'll hold that for a second. How about the rest of you guys?
Gonna do.
That child will get himself killed at this rate.
And I go ahead and walk in after him.
Okay. So you see the two of them go, Gok and Alardro.
Can I do a like an Arcana check or something to try and figure out what type of magic this is?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got an 11. It's not my specialty or anything, so.
Well, I'm seeing as like most of my compatriots weren't immediately fried from entering it, I'm just gonna walk in.
Okay.
There's that theory of the small.
There it is. It definitely, with the 11, you can't really tell what kind of a magic it is.
I'm gonna put my hand in first.
Okay. You see this teleportation effect kind of goes over your hand, and you see like the ends of your fingertips like start disappearing, and you see it almost like a wave of greenish energy as it's like going over your fingers, and you feel them like you can actually see them disappearing as you're sticking your hand into this greenish energy.
I close my eyes and run through.
Okay.
Like I was very, very scaredy cat like, but I'll like run through very scared.
Okay.
Do we hear the squeal as he comes through? Please tell me we do.
As he pops out the other side, you guys are already in this location. As he comes out the other side, you guys see him kind of like, crouch down a little bit. He's kind of holding his fist and he's squinching his eyes tight, real shut. As you guys are all standing there, you see yourselves on the top of this gigantic pillar as you teleport into this area through the Yawning portal. Everybody kind of stay where you are real quick, and I'm going to take a quick 20 seconds.
Well, it's definitely windy up here.
He said pillar, so pretty damn high up. Me, I can't even see like some clouds forming and just
Alright, my apologies for that. My daughter wanted to watch it on Twitch in the other room, so I showed you what you guys were saying. So, wow, that is some powerful wind right now.
It feels like home.
You're home? You feel like home on a pillar, Furby?
It's very cold where I'm from. Very cold. So this feels like home.
Okay. So we are at the top of the fortress. So you can see that up above you, there's actually it looks like another cliff face up above you, and it looks like there was a some kind of footholds and handholds that were kind of chinked into the rock face coming down to this level if you're actually trying to get here by foot. But the Yawning portal does skip you past that particular step, and it takes you right to this here. So as you kind of look around a little bit, you guys can see it actually looks like the top of a citadel down below you. Many ages ago, this was a citadel that sat up above ground. They worshipped dragons and dealt in very powerful dragon magic. Much of it rained down a calamity upon the people that lived here, and the citadel sunk into the earth. So what you guys can see below you is actually the top of the citadel, and you're going to be making your way down what looks like a very treacherous winding stairway down to the bottom, or the top, I guess. So
Can I make any sort of like perception check to maybe see to determine the easiest, least resistant path? I mean, obviously I see the stairs on the map, but you know.
Yeah, everybody go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Oh, they were my good rolls for the night.
What do I see with my orcan eyes?
So, like I said, it's a sandy ledge, and it overlooks a subterranean gulf of the darkness to the west. The ledge is wide but rough. Sand, rocky debris, and bones of small animals cover it. And then the rough-hewn stairwell zigs and zags down the side of the ledge, descending into darkness. With the 22, you kind of notice this fire pit that is right there. You do see some humanoid footprints leading down the stairs, and it also looks like tracks of some kind of rodent species around the area, and then leading towards the kind of greenish glow that still kind of sits behind you guys.
Well, it seems that this is where we're supposed to be. Let's make our way down.
You do notice that inside the fire pit itself, it looks like it hasn't been lit in a while, but it does look like some kind of like rough-hewn spear tips that might be of goblin make, and small animal bones. So you think that it's possible that some goblins had maybe cooked up some giant rats here at some point.
Then the fire looks long dead, like it hasn't been used recently. Any fresh embers or?
All right, hold up right there. Yeah, it definitely does look like it's been a while since anyone's lit a fire there. Ratul, as you kind of step towards the top of the stairs there, you definitely hear kind of a scratching, and then suddenly, you see these three giant rats step out and attack you.
Forget about it.
Sorry, that was really loud. I did not mean for it to be that loud. I apologize. So, giant rats. What do you think about that, guys?
I believe we shall roll initiative.
I would like to see if I could try to just straight up intimidate them.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and roll an initiative.
Yeah.
Make sure you select that token.
Well, I'm burning through all my good rolls tonight.
Way to start the game.
Oh, no. Well, that wasn't a good.
For every
Really
natural
sucks.
there was a natural one.
Law of and there is a Yang.
Where are all my NPCs? Alright. Giant frog. I don't need no giant frogs. Hold on a second, I'm lost. Noob GM. Okay, so we have the giant rat, and they definitely want to roll initiative as well. They have rolled that big 5. So it looks like Ratul is going to be first, and you said you wanted to intimidate these guys.
Yes, I do.
Let's see, Yin Yang got the 11, not the 21. Alardro got the 15, that's not good. And Gok got that too. Gok,
I got it too.
buddy.
So proud of you.
I feel good for your effort. And this music's a little oppressive right now.
Alright. Ratul, seeing all these rats suddenly just scurry up, he has no time for them, as he just sort of plants his foot down, takes a deep-ass breath, and just lets out a full-on orcish bellow at them.
Okay. And this is just an intimidation tactic?
Yes, pretty much. Basically, just basically trying to scare these rats off.
Okay. Oof.
Do I roll intimidation?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So as you just scream at these things, you see them all just kind of chitter. This one kind of like scurries around your legs. If you want to take an attack of opportunity at any of these guys, you're welcome to, except for this one here. He kind of runs up here and stops at the corner and doesn't really know where to go. And then this one also kind of runs up here and then looking at these guys. Seems like he's just going to kind of turn around and start trying to run away and follow his compatriot down the mountain.
Yes, the one who just ran past my legs, I want to give him a little help on the way by kicking him off the mountain.
Okay.
Down the mountain.
Kicking rats down the mountain. Oh,
Does
that's
an 18 hit?
That's gonna do it for sure. All right, so as it's like trying to scurry past you, you just like kick out against him and definitely help him down. Let's see if he can roll. What, a dexterity feat? 13 is not going to be good enough. You see this guy actually just kind of kick off down the mountain. He goes over the edge, and you hear kind of a squeaky scream as it kind of flies away. Is that the end of your turn, sir?
I've done my job.
Okay. Alardro, what would you like to do?
Alardro's like kind of shocked at this whole thing and was honestly kind of like intimidated by Ratul's giant bellow himself. So he's going to ready an action. So if one of the rats try and attack him or his companions, he'll use a spell. Do I have to name the spell?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's see. Is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, because we're in combat. I'm not going to walk anywhere.
Okay. Yin Yang.
So, I'm just gonna play some golf with my my bow staff.
Okay.
I want to hit that one right there and kind of just like line up the full swing and just golf swing him off. So essentially a shove attack, but pretty much just flavoring it like I'm golf.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack, man. Oh. I am afraid that may not hit, my friend. Not quite. Not quite. So, you were trying to just kind of swing at this thing with your bow staff. It, just sensing the attack and kind of already in a defensive position, being at the edge of this cliff, you see it kind of nimbly just kind of like skitter out of the way of your swing.
You cheeky little bastard.
Oh my god, really?
Oh no. So as it's kind of positioning, you try to lash out and kick it, or what were you going to try and do there?
Yeah, pretty much just gonna like after the upswing I missed. I was pretty much just gonna Russian drop kick forward, but I missed.
Okay. So yeah, you try and give it a good thrust kick, and it also misses as it ducks down below the attack. Seems to be pretty agile, nimble rat here, and does not relish the idea of falling to its death.
I'm gonna,
Ah, damn it.
I'm gonna need like a few minutes. Sorry, guys.
Okay, that's fine. So, that being said, well, not seeing many other options, and seeing this giant orc man boot one of their buddies off this cliff, both of these guys are going to rush over and try to attack him, in their effort to get past him. Yin Yang, if you'd like to take an attack of opportunity, you are welcome to do so.
Yeah, the same little rat that dodged.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ, man, really?
Oh no!
Well, you got my luck.
Oh gosh, that's so bad. Okay, too bad I don't have the audio tracks loaded in for that. But we all know there's a bunch of capuchin monkeys jumping out and singing that you had a 1 in 20 chance to be a loser right now. So, as you take a swing with that bow staff, it actually dodges, out of the way yet again. It manages to get over towards the red earth there. As you're swinging at him, you kind of feel your bow staff just somehow just loosen your grip, and it's not normally. You usually have a firm grip on that bad boy, but somehow it just slips out, and you feel it actually, or you see it actually tumble down the mountain into the darkness below.
Did one of the rats attack anyone?
Both of these rats are going to try and attack the big orc.
I'm gonna yell at Ratul. Don't shove him off. He's dinner.
Wait. Do I get to attack before they attack because I held the action, or does
Yes.
it happen after?
Well, yeah, they're definitely running over, and you could see that, they're just trying to, basically bite at his legs in an effort to scurry past him.
Okay, so the one that was closest to me, not the one that Yin Yang tried to attack. That
Okay.
one I will cast.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your spell, sir. Ooh. Okay. Go ahead and roll that 1d6. Oh, it has to have a Constitution save. I'm sorry. Oh.
So nothing happens.
Ouch. Okay, so yeah, you see, as it's scurrying down towards him, you see, your frostbite seems to kind of hit the ground, right below it, and doesn't quite seem to grasp it, and leaves a little icy patch where it was just standing a moment before. So the first rat is going to roll a 21, the second one rolls a 13. I assume the first one hits?
Yep.
Okay. So that would be 6 points of piercing damage. And they are both going to try and scurry past you.
I've already used my reaction to kick off one of their buddies. I can't go ahead and kick off another.
Did this one walked outside my range? I get an attack of opportunity, correct?
You used it and you rolled a natural 1.
I did. It did. That was not.
That was Yin Yang. No, yeah, you could take an attack of opportunity with a weapon as well.
I do have a weapon.
Okay.
Well, I thought he used his reaction to use his held action.
Yeah, I thought that's how that worked.
Oh,
Use
yes,
your
that's correct.
reaction.
That's
Oh, is that how that works? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Then there we go.
Yeah, I always get confused with ready actions and such.
Yeah, I should. I just got a Dungeon Master screen in the mail, and I should probably have this out, like, in front of me or something. That would be so much smarter of me. I was pretty excited. I got the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide. You're damn right. So, anyway, that, I believe, is going to be the end of the Giant Rat's turn. So as far as being able to pass a character, since you're not large, they're not able to get past you, is that right?
Pretty much, nope.
Even though they're small? Okay.
Unless they have a feature that says they can, I don't think they can.
Okay. So they are basically like biting at your ankles, biting at your calves, trying to get past you, but at this point they are unable to do so. Mr. Sour Gut.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to shoot this. Kill that red that I just picked. And okay, I guess I rub my hands together, get all slimy, and I shoot some acid in.
All right. This guy's so toxic, he's got acid in his sweat. Oof. Oof. Which one? At this guy right here?
Yep.
Alright, that con save again. This rat is not interested in your spells, gentlemen. This is a tough rat right here.
Come on, they dodged 3 freaking attacks too.
Yeah, man.
That's
Like, this is... This is the first level of the first map, guys. Come on.
Mutual Omaha's wild
Hey,
nature
blame
special.
already, it's not us.
The
Already
freaking...
gods are not liking us right now.
I guess.
Another party after us when they find our bodies on the first line.
Player wipe, 2 giant rats. Oh boy. This is not good so far. Ratool, you got a bloody...
Wait, I wanted to do one thing.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
Disengage. I have to disengage from this red. My bonus action.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, bring down the hammer on the guy, the one that fucking got a bite on me.
That was this one. He evaded 2 spells to get that bite on you. It's a tough rat. This guy over. This guy's the nimble one. This one's the tough one.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the hammer down on the one that bit me. Bring
Okay.
down the mole.
Do that thing. Oof. That's a hit for sure. Ooh, 8 points of damage. I think that's a squished rat, my friend. In retaliation for the evil biting. As you swing down, the maul just comes down on its head. You hear this loud crack as blood just kind of splatters out to either side of this thing. You see its eyes just immediately roll up, and it just kind of squeaks out and falls immediately to the earth.
Yeah, I then just sort of pluck my hammer up from the squished corpse and just look down, heavily breathing at the final remaining rat.
If this rat could run away, it would be doing so. Is that the end of your turn, sir?
Here's dinner.
Yes, it is.
All right. Alardro.
I can pull out a weapon as a what's it called? There's a free action, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pull out this ornate, which you guys haven't seen yet. This like very ornate scimitar. It's looks like it's mostly made from this wood-like substance that you guys have never seen before, or if you had, it was very expensive. But
Okay.
3 would be cheap.
Living in the forest and stuff like that, can I recognize the type of wood it is?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a nature check. Yeah, you don't want to go down that way.
That's the path I took. Sorry, I
No, I'm just kidding.
kind of whenever.
All of a sudden, the giant just jumps off the cliff. Fuck it! Yeah, I'd say that's good enough to... I mean, is this like a super rare kind of a wood, or...
I mean, it's super rare in this region. It's just like this very tough wood
Okay.
that can really sharpen very well into weapons. And
Okay.
it's from like my homeland.
Then I would say a 12 is probably not quite good enough to be able to identify what kind of wood it is.
I mean, like it's like super common up like far north. If you're from the far north, you probably know about it.
No, I don't know. Like, we do a dungeon run, so I didn't really think of where to place myself on the world. I just know I'm from the forest.
Yeah, it's kind of a hodgepodge anyway, so that's fine. So yeah, we'll say that the 12 is just not quite good enough to be able to identify the type of wood for that.
I take my scimitar and I cleave down.
Do that thing. Yeah, that's definitely going to be good enough to hit, sir. Okay, so as you cleave down on this thing, it definitely slices into the side of this thing, exposing it all the way down to the rib cage. It squeaks out in pain. You could see it kind of still laying there, and it's kind of wriggling against your sword as your sword's kind of stuck into it now. It's kind of like tugging and trying to get away from you, but not quite dead.
Okay. That's all I can do.
Okay. Yin Yang. You just threw your staff off a cliff, bud.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking down, going.
God damn it.
Is there enough ground to stand there, or no?
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to do that, roll a dexterity check.
If you're feeling lucky,
Just be careful. Now they're just
another character.
I mean, it's windy, you know.
Fuck it, I've had a drink.
Yeah, okay. That fiery grog, maybe the end of you. Go ahead and roll that dexterity. Yes, nice. Good job, good job. So you just kind of like flip over there and land in this little tiny spot, just ninja style, ready to go. Okay, the 12 is a good enough to hit.
Yeah, no, I'm full on like flipping over Alardro onto this spot, bringing an axe kick down.
Okay, do the thing. Roll that beautiful damage. 7 is definitely enough. As it's kind of wriggling there on the larger sword, you kind of come over with the ass kick, you bring it down and just crack! And put its lights out.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
gonna, like, rub my heel into it like I'm digging into the ground, like rubbing him into the ground, like, shit, that was...
Little bastards. Okay. You guys look over, you already see Gok like lighting a fire, getting ready to roast these 2 rats right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I grabbed the rat and tossed to him. I said we're eating him.
Okay, so just kidding about that last part. If you do want to eat the rats, that is totally up to you.
I'm gonna clean my blade.
Okay. So, looking down this stairway, it is wet, it is rainy, the wind is just battering at you guys, looking at these treacherous stairs. So, every 30 feet, you are going to have to roll a dexterity check. On the first fail, you're frozen in place. You can't move anymore. That means everybody behind you is also frozen in place and can't move any further. On the second fail, you're going to start falling down the mountain.
Okay.
Okay?
Who would like to go first?
Now, is this consecutively or just 2 fails, period?
Consecutively, yes. So if you fail one, you're frozen. Second one, then you're gonna have to, fall a little bit.
I vote that we have Furby go first.
I don't know if that's a really good idea. I'm very big. I could fall. I'm not used to such heights, but if it's absolutely necessary, I could go first.
I'll move first.
No, you need to carry me, Mr. Red Earth. No,
That would definitely give him disadvantage.
break something.
You walk on your own 2 legs.
How far down is that?
20 feet.
Just gonna jump.
God,
Why?
Do you have that feather fall thing?
I mean it's like slippery with water. What?
He is really trying to kill this character.
I'm hearing y'all player chatter about who gets to go first. Rotul's in the way, so I look down. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you got the monk thing that makes it so you don't take falling damage, or that comes later, right?
That comes later. I'm just jumping.
He takes exactly enough to murder him. He just splats.
Goodbye, Yin Yang.
Okay, so falling damage is what?
I think 1d6 every 10, 15 feet or something like that.
1d6 every 10 feet.
Yeah, so 2d6.
Why are you just jumping down there?
Well, I can also roll a dexterity check to reduce that damage if you want. Up to you.
Slide down the cliff like one hand on.
Let's say that you can have a dexterity check to try and reduce the damage and see if
I
you
have
can
a
pull it
mobile.
off.
He doesn't do anything about that, but I just want this kind of like he's just a mobile little flippy, speedy, agile guy, and he got tired of it.
If you roll a 20 natural, there'll be no damage. Oh, you take all the damage. Okay, bud. Why are you trying to reroll right now?
Oh, this. Ha!
Oh,
Yeah! Yeah!
there you go. 4 points of damage. So as you've... Mr. Drunkard, Mr. Fiery Grog over here is looking down, listening to you guys as you're arguing. He just kind of shrugs his shoulders, and without saying anything, you see the monk just leap off of this cliffside here. As he... At first... he looks really badass. Like, he's, like, flying through the air. He's got his arms in the fucking pose like he's panther leaping. He's got the knees up, and he's just, like, looking like a badass. As soon as his feet touch, though, he instantly loses it. And you see him just start tumbling down the rest of this thing. As he gets to the bottom, you see that he actually does manage to roll out of it enough to not take too much damage, but it is entirely ungraceful. And you do take 4 points as you roll out of this thing.
I completely forgot that we're all push to talk. I kind of pop my neck a little bit, rub the shoulder right a little bit, look up, said, y'all come.
Performance check to see like how well you play it off.
Oh yeah, I want to play that off, definitely.
Yeah, you should roll a performance for sure. He feels like he pulled it off, but you guys could tell that he's kind of like, ow.
Well, I mean, you know, hold off for so long.
Alardro,
Is
Gok,
it-
take part of my rope. It'll keep us safe as we go down.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
so you guys going to try and lash yourselves together?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking using my heaven rope to sort of provide a safety net in case one of us slips.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right.
And I begin to descend. ascend the mountain.
Okay. So that's going to change it to, let's say, 20 feet, but you're going to get advantage. Just because it's harder to move when you're all lashed together. So everybody go ahead and roll dexterity checks.
Yowdy.
Is it dexterity or is it dex saves?
Dex save.
Oh dear.
Oh. So as you are descending down the second set of stairs there, you definitely, like a gust of breeze comes up against your Ratul in your normal solid and sturdy form. You feel yourself just kind of misstep a little bit, and you just kind of freeze for a second with one hand against the wall.
Because I made mine, can I assist him on his next?
I already have advantage thanks to the rope.
Yeah.
Can I give him triple advantage?
No. You guys are going to have to stay right behind him, though, since you're lashed together.
I mean, Gok also failed it. Right? Oh, no, he passed. He passed. No, he passed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever the GM thinks it.
Yeah. No, you passed. You're fine.
Okay. I'll try to go into the second set of stairs.
Well, we're all lashed together and we're tied right here, right behind him.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we'll say that was the order on the first roll. That's fine. So, you guys are unable to proceed further anymore. So go ahead and roll dexterity checks again.
All of us or just him?
All three of you.
I
With
just
advantage
realized
still?
this is a bad idea. If one of us falls, we all die.
Well, you're going to need to roll some strength checks to see if you guys can hold on to him with the rope. That's for sure.
Oh God, please let it just
15.
Oh no!
15. And
Got
Gok,
it. There you
16. Okay, so you guys are fine. Go ahead and move another 20 down. All of you. Hey, Yin Yang, you going to jump off this one?
Yeah, this one's a little far. I look over the edge. Nah, no, not this one.
Okay.
Splat.
Everybody move that 20 forward.
We only moved 10 forward. We're waiting for him to move his rest.
Yep, that's fine. So, move that other 10. You'll just have to move 5, Alardro.
It's fine.
So,
30 feet, because I'm not tethered, so I can keep going.
yeah. You got another 10. So, everybody go ahead and roll dexterity again. Ratul is killing it. Whew, Yin Yang. Okay, so you guys that are all tethered together are doing just fine, but Yin Yang, you kind of come around the corner there, and as you get to the top of that stairs, it's a little bit steeper. It's a longer staircase, and then just a little bit of vertigo steps in, or kind of creeps in as you're looking down this stairway. You hit kind of a little loose patch of a gravel, and it kind of just sets in that vertigo as you're staring down there just for a second. You kind of freeze up right in that spot there.
Yeah, my stomach starts turning just a little bit from the fire. Oof. Oh boy.
So you three in the back, go ahead and move another 20. As much as you can up into Yin Yang there. Yeah, you're good there.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Dexterity saves from you three. That's good. Also good.
Are you to move, or shall we set you to the side?
But you
Oh, you have to roll another dex save before you can move on Yin Yang.
Oh, right.
Let's need a dex save from Gok.
Oh, I I thought I already...
Oh, you did. You're at the top. I'm sorry. There was 2 in the row. I didn't notice. My bad. Okay.
That was my bad.
So Yin Yang, you are not at all, man. Yin Yang, you are good. So you kind of collect yourself, but nobody else can move because you're the man in front there. So everyone is kind of stuck where they are for this round. So go ahead and move another 30, and then everybody is going to want to roll another deck save. We're almost at the bottom.
Okay.
So roll the next deck save here, or can we move 20?
20. Move 20 and then roll.
Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck?
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Jesus.
Okay, so that's a crit fail. You got right behind him with the 20 feet?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, as you're coming up behind Yin Yang, you see him, like a piece of the, as he's placing his foot down on this stairway, you see a whole chunk of the stair actually break loose. And you see it crumbling away, and as it does so, you see his arms windmill for a second, and then all of a sudden you see him, like he is just about to tumble down the rest of these stairs. Red Earth, you got one chance. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check to try and grab the back of his tunic.
Wait, would this be a dexterity check, or would this be an athletics check for this?
Let's go athletics.
Nice.
That's an 8.
Oh, that is an 8. That is an 8. So as you're reaching out, you feel the back of his tunic as he's kind of windmilling for a second, but you were just unable to get purchase as he starts tumbling down these stairs. So 5, 10, 15. Fuck, dude. So you are definitely gonna fall down into the next zone. And I really hope I roll low here. Gosh, I feel bad about this right now.
Oh,
Oh no, I think you're unconscious.
I think he's
Yeah,
dead.
I'm out. No, I'm out. I'm just out.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Okay, he's not dead, he's just unconscious.
So you see Yin Yang start tumbling down these stairs. He kind of disappears into the darkness at the bottom of the stairs, and you guys aren't really sure what the state of your party member is right at the moment.
Shit.
Of our own safety. So.
Yeah, it's like, well, at least we're okay.
So go ahead.
The healer is alive. That's the important thing.
Go ahead and roll those dexterity saves. I don't know if you guys did it at this point. I think we went straight to the save.
No.
Okay. Ratul is good. Alardro is good. Oh, Gok, you're good. You're good. You rolled it twice. You're good.
I think I gotta, like, get a new mouse. I think it's double clicking for me.
You're fine. You're fine.
You're good. All right. So one more time. You guys move down one more time, and it should be good enough to get you there.
Okay.
You guys are lucky you weren't getting attacked by giant rats the whole way down.
Was that an option?
It was an option, and I did that to the kids, and it was a little too much by the time they got in there.
Well, look.
Yeah, no, Ratul's like just... Ratul's kind of sliding his way down the steps at this point, trying to go ahead and get to Yin Yang.
Okay. So those last dexterity checks, and that'll be good.
You're bleeding out, right?
Yeah, I gotta make a death save.
Yes.
Do I see him?
Ah.
Oh my god. Dude, your rolls tonight. What are you doing?
Can
I don't fucking.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm actually.
Can I see him at this point?
Not yet, sir.
Okay.
So, the 9 from Ratul, you are gonna, as you're kind of like intent on seeing your new friend at the bottom of this stairway, you do kind of slip a little bit. You're able to catch yourself on the wall, but you are frozen for the moment. So that is going to require one more round of dex saves from the three of you.
Shit.
Yeah. This.
That is good.
Gok.
I clicked it. Hang on, wait a minute. I'll try again.
Your mouse, it hates you. Okay, so all three of you are good. You're able to move down into the next area. Which means... Dun dun dun.
Hey,
Oh, does he have to roll another death save since it's not round pass?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Okay. Well, I guess we could.
Oh my
Oh my god!
Damn, dude. You're trying to die, I think.
We cannot get you die on the second session.
So,
I think this is what you get for taunting the dice the first time.
you guys get down to the bottom.
Okay.
You see Yin Yang here. As you guys all found where you are in the bottom right corner here.
Yes.
Okay, so and you guys are still tied together. Keep this in mind.
I can't see it.
Oh, wait,
Looking.
it's because I'm the only one with dark vision, maybe.
No, they all have
No,
dark
I can
vision.
see him too.
I can't see anything. I have no dark vision.
Yep,
Oh.
so you're in the dark and you are dying.
Oh, Yin Yang?
I can't see anything.
No.
Yeah, Yin Yang shouldn't be able to see anything because he would need a torch.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision. Either.
Yeah. Oh, let me fix you. Hold on.
And yeah, as soon as I see Yin Yang in the darkness, I sort of untie myself and just rush over to him with a potion in hand.
Is that better for you, sir?
I say, wait, I can heal him without using a potion.
You guys are still tied together. Keep that in mind.
Okay, let's get untied.
I cast.
Hold on a second. Hold on, before anybody does anything. As you guys come down to the bottom and you see your partner just across the way there, you already see the giant rats creeping out of this rubble, coming over, sensing the fresh flesh, and they seem to be interested in consuming. Everybody grab your token and roll some initiatives.
Well, guys, we tried. Let's just let nature take its course.
Rat Tool's on top of it.
No, I'm joking.
Woo! Natural 20.
Gotcha, Alandro's on top of it.
And that means I can heal him and bring him back up.
Oh my god!
These rats. Gok. Gok. 2 1s in a row.
Well, okay, it's at least for initiative. It's only when that still counts. Oh my god.
For every natural one, there is a natural 20. And for every natural 20, there is a natural 1.
Well, could you give me some of your luck, right now?
Sorry, I'm over here just kind of slurping it up.
No, talk to me.
You don't need it, shut up.
Shit, freaking lucky charms hogs. Jeez.
Okay, so Alardro of Multini, you are the first, my friend. You guys are still tied together. Quit moving. Okay.
I choose. Obviously, I'm choosing the dead player that's unconscious and almost dead.
Very smart choice.
Can I see anything beyond? Can I use a free action to pull out a torch and light it, or is that a full action?
Let's see. Take one action, communicate. If you want to pull it out and light it, that would be a full action, yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because that
And-
was action
Yep, you're right.
to heal.
So you should see the torch and the tools.
Yeah, I got it, but I can't see anything. I still can't see any of the rats.
What?
The torch should have a 20-foot radius of dim light too, shouldn't it?
It does. I still can't see them though. I'm
Oh,
ready.
right, I have dark vision, that's probably why.
I'm gonna move
Okay.
here.
Yeah, it's got a 20
Next
foot
again.
range of regular light and a 40-foot range dim light.
Oh, it's 40 foot of dim light.
No, it's 40 feet total of light, 20 of it's bright, 20 of it's dim.
Gotcha. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get right up
that's
next to Yin Yang and just like put my hand on his shoulder, comforting him.
Yeah, it's set up right. It's 20 and 20.
Okay, it's working. I just can't see anything.
Yeah, you kind of see the bravado just leave. He just kind of goes, "Ah."
I'm gonna whisper real softly in his ear and say, "That was one of my 2 spells."
Like, you suck, man. I had to use my powers on you.
But he's not gonna say it like he says this. That was one of my 2 spells.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're the
Much more-
passive-aggressive type. Then.
Much more Alardro.
God.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so vindictive.
So, these guys are going to be charging over at the same time that Ratul gets to go. You said you moved forward. Did you guys do something about the rope?
No, but I was okay. So I technically, okay, I would have been here, but the rope. I guess like the closest I could move was be here, kind of.
I have
I'm
50
sure we
feet
have-
of rope.
Yeah, there was some slack, right? Or was there no slack?
Yeah, there
There's
would have
gonna
been
be some
some.
slack.
Yeah,
So I assumed I could move like here at least.
sure.
Okay. And I just had my really long arm touch him.
Okay.
Like, well, you just like.
Well, you got 10-foot reach, don't you?
I do not, but like my fingertips will touch him basically.
You guys are reaching out and doing the God David finger touch thing. Okay, so you Okay, Ratul. What the hell?
Yeah, sorry, Sour Gut. I'm just dragging you behind me as I'm just basically barreling forward.
I'm also connected.
I mean, I am too, so wouldn't I, like, move?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, I don't know. I keep forgetting. Push a duck. I said sorry to you. I'm dragging you with me as I'm just pushing forward, and I'm going to stand over Yin Yang's body as these rats come in, and again, I'm just going to let out an orcish bellow.
Yin Yang's not down, he's back up.
You are prone on the ground with your face in the dirt. You are not up.
That's right.
Yeah.
About to tear me a new one.
Yeah, that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, as soon as the rats start sort of charging in, I'm just like, full on take the deepest breath I can and just let out the biggest bellow.
Are you guys standing on the same square?
Yeah, I'm standing over him.
Oh, on Yin Yang. I see.
Yeah, to sort of like protect him.
Okay.
He's prone, so.
Yeah, I got you. You're good.
But in this case, Ratul is inside Yin Yang.
God damn it, Gok.
Really?
Yes, that just happened. My daughter is watching in the other room, so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but not sorry to everybody else.
PG.
Except our
Please keep this PG-13.
Alright, so once more intimidation.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, that's funny. My daughter's talking to the people. All right. Well, that's cool. Everyone, that's my daughter on Kronos World, so say hi and be nice. Thanks. So, Ratul with the intimidation. Gosh, man, that's not very intimidating. But that's not also...
And they are scared.
They are, and that's not going to count as an action, though, so if you do want to make an attack action or something like that, you are more than welcome to.
Yes, so... that was my free action, so as a bonus action first, I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna start raging.
Oh boy. Here we go.
You know, boy, we gotta like do everything we can. I mean, one of our dudes is down.
Yep, no, as Ratul just sort of goes to his full height and he is bulking out. As he just takes the maul from his back and just brings it down on the rat in front of him.
Okay. Roll it. Oh! 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 Oh!
Cool, man, them rolls.
Nice.
Well, I guess this rat wants to die. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Third crit in a row? This crit. This stuff. I mean. Oh,
Oof.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
man.
that is an 20 damage.
What are you rolling to attack this thing? The maul?
Yes.
Okay, so you go to swing this thing, and not only does it obliterate, you like swing kind of down, almost like a golf swing sort of a thing, and it like hits this first rat and obliterates it so much that your swing just goes through it and hits the second rat as well. And you end up taking out both of these rats with one hit. Congratulations on your critical. As that is happening, this one sneaks past you, and it was intent, but on attacking its food source, Yin Yang here, but as it comes around the corner, in an effort to get away from this wild orc, it sees Gok Sour Gut right in front of it and immediately leaps on the small goblin. Oh, a 20 to hit, my friend.
Okay.
For 3 points of piercing damage.
I gotta say, I'm not feeling very monkey right now.
What?
Said I gotta say, I'm not feeling very monkey right now.
Monk-like?
Oh, I heard you. Monk-like. Or
But-
do you mean, like as agile
No, I just hit
as
my
a
head really hard. I said monkey.
I said exactly what I meant to say. I just cracked my skull open, bros.
Yeah.
Yin Yang. That being said, it is your turn. And there's one rat left.
Is it impossible to move or get up with him standing over me?
Yeah,
Or would I
you're...
have to move like half my movement to get one square or something like that because I'm pro?
Nah, you're a monk. You can kind of do a little roll and come up to your feet 5 feet away.
I'm just gonna spit at the ground, spitting the blood out of my mouth and rub my jaw a little bit, and then yeah, I'm just gonna full on come down 2 fists just on top of it.
Okay. Nice. You definitely hit it.
Nice damage too.
Okay. So as you stand up, you spit your blood, and you come down with the double fist strike as this thing is on your friend. It's kind of leaped up onto Gok and is biting him kind of on his shoulder. You come down with your double hand strike and smash it off of the beleaguered goblin. And suddenly, it goes silent.
And I'm just gonna fall back down on my butt and go, oh, okay. I might need a minute to sober up before we do.
Yeah, Ratul begins to sort of calm down from full bulking out and just looks at you and cuffs your ear.
Cuffs my ear? What do you mean?
Basically, like he cups his palm and just sort of like bats your ear.
He beps.
You die.
You're slapping me?
Yes.
No!
For 1 point of damage. Ha 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 ha.
Non-lethal damage.
Yes, it's non-lethal damage as Ratul just looks down at you with an angry ass look. What were you
thinking?
I'm gonna stand right up and get right back in your face as close as I can and be like, I wasn't thinking nothing. I slipped. Don't slap me again.
You jump down, hurt yourself, you go down, you fall down enough stairs, and you were almost rat food. Don't give me lip.
You're not my boss, first of all. And second, the jump, that was, I admit, not a good choice. The second part, falling, that wasn't my fault.
I had a plan for us to get down safely. You went on ahead and almost got yourself killed.
Y'all didn't pull out the rope until after I jumped. Y'all were taking too long deliberating.
And you are too impatient.
Damn.
Which I have learned now. Thank you.
All right. Well, as you guys kind of recover from the moment, speak your words. Kind of start taking a look around, taking in your surroundings a little bit. You see that the fortress is definitely in front of you now as it emerges from the darkness. The subterranean citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. The lightless windows
Also, I'm
cracked.
assuming
I'm
I'm assuming we're cut our rope, right? We're not roped together.
No, you guys can untie now. So you could see some, it's lightless windows, the crenellations, the walls seem to be cracked, tower slightly leaning, kind of indicating long disuse, long disrepair, and ancient ruin. All is quiet, though a cold breeze blows up from around you through the cavern. You're definitely deep into the cavern at this point, at the top of the citadel. You can smell a slight scent of dust, timelessness almost, and a faint trace of rot.
Would you guys aren't looking so good. Do you want to take some time and patch up your wounds?
Yeah, I think a rest would do us some good. I need a
Just
minute.
a short one.
And I just turn around and walk away and go sit.
I could
Okay.
also try to detect some magic in the area if we spend some time here.
It'd probably be best for all of us if we take a moment to recover ourselves. Some of us have gotten hurt.
When
Okay.
everyone else is taking I'm assuming a short rest here, which is about an hour, right?
It's
Yes.
a half an hour, isn't it?
A half an hour.
Oh, half
an
hour. Okay.
Half hour. Okay. Just depends. I'm going to ritually cast detect magic and see if I can see anything big. I'll walk around the area a little bit, but not too far. Just within the area.
Okay.
Maybe like a radius of, let's see. 30-foot radius.
Okay. So, as you're kind of looking around a little bit, as you come, the bottom of the stairs, as you kind of looking around this area here, you see that the narrow stairs empty into a small courtyard. Apparently the top of once was a crenellated battlement. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. The floor stretches away to the north and south, composed of a layer of treacherous, crumbled masonry, which reaches to an unknown depth. This is what the rats came out of against the wall there. To the west looms the surviving structure of what must be the Sunless Citadel. A tower stands on the west side of the courtyard. You can see up to the north here what looks to be some sort of a entrance or doorway up in this area.
It blocks my view.
Mm-hmm. You have to go a little bit further. It's
Yeah,
right.
Right here blocks. I can't see anything past this line.
Yeah, I know. That's intentional.
Okay. Okay, cool. Do I see any magic? Because I have 10 minutes of magic seeing.
No, not out here. You're not seeing any kind of traces of magic.
Okay. I didn't cast a spell. I used the ritual. So during the 30 minutes, I spent the first 10 minutes doing that, and then the next like 20 minutes just looking around.
Okay.
I gained nothing from a short rest.
Okay. And then, yeah.
There's no chance of maybe like me searching the area with him looking for my staff after we rest. We're not by chance on the side that it fell.
Roll a perception check with advantage, Alardro. Okay. Yeah, as you're walking around, you do find his bow staff laying on the ground over here.
I'll pick it up on my way, and I'll.
Oh no, I was walking with you to search for it.
No, you were resting up. I thought.
Oh, you did this before. Okay.
Yeah, this is during the short rest because I didn't even for 10 minutes I used the ritual cast detect magic, and I just walked around. So while you guys were patching yourselves up, because I wanted to get a lay of the land.
Yep.
Oh, well, would you have looked for my staff? Because that was something I was trying to do. I wasn't asking you to.
No, I would have seen it though.
Yeah, he walked over there, so that's why I just had him roll the perception check with advantage.
Oh, gotcha.
He just happened to see it there. It's fine.
I'll pick it up, and when you just about finish up bandaging yourself, I'll like gently toss it to you. No, it looks kind of small in my hands because I'm over 7 feet tall.
Looks like a twig.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a twig. It just kind of looks like a like one you'd give a toddler or something. Not a toddler, but like a very young person, and I'll like toss it to you.
When you come and see me, you're gonna see me more or less doing like pretty much Tai Chi essentially, if you were to visualize it, but pretty much some kind of form, kind of like trying to center myself after that experience.
Very nice.
Going unconscious is not good for you. There might be long-term effects on your thinking skills. And then I pass him. And then I pass him the bus.
Yeah, no, I'm a little used to get hit in the head, but I'll admit that one hurt.
You definitely shows that you've made some interesting choices.
That was more the alcohol. That's yeah, I think I'm gonna be a little more careful from now on.
So you can see with your dark vision now on Alardro, right?
Was it the alcohol?
Alcohol, but there's definitely a half truth in there and being more careful.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that he is a bit impulsive and, you know, for a monk, I guess. But it was definitely alcohol fueled part of that. Part of it, you know, you could tell was just the stair broke. You know, he just happened to set his foot in the wrong place because you guys all saw what happened. So, you know, not entirely his fault. He just happened to step in the wrong place, and gravity took over. So that being said, I believe Alardro, you do have dark vision working, right?
I do not have dark vision. That's my torch. I need that.
Doesn't your character have dark vision though?
Oh, Fieldborgs do not have dark vision.
Oh, they don't?
Do, but they do not.
Oh.
So that's why I have to keep taking out a torch.
Okay, no, that's fine. Let me fix it. I just gave your token dark vision, that's why I asked.
Oh, well then I guess I'm gonna have to pull out a torch when he walks away for myself, because I don't have dark vision either.
Yep. That is definitely a mechanic you guys are going to have to keep track of in this dungeon.
But remember, it does 20 feet of regular and then dim light, which I can kind of see, right?
Yeah. In the dungeon, I believe dim light is not allowed. So you'll probably just see where the bright light shows you.
Damn.
How do you get it to move both the torch and your token at the same time?
You just have to group. Drag.
Yeah, just group it.
Yeah. Drag and grab.
Oh.
Just do like a just make a box around your character and then move.
Just click and drag.
Got it.
No, someone's stealing my torch.
I didn't touch it. This
You guys should be able to control both of those torches.
my
Do
god.
not take my torch. It's on my character.
Yeah, you need it more than
Stop
half of the
moving
party
me.
does.
Who is moving me?
I'm not doing anything.
Someone is moving me.
That was me. I was just messing with you.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it that dark out here? There's no sun?
Well, it's like a stormy night.
Yeah, you guys are at the bottom of a very deep ravine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's why
But I
slipped,
did
it's
find a
wet.
door. I did find a door.
Yeah, you guys want to go check that out?
Yeah, after everyone's done healing themselves up, I'm like, hey, hey, there's a door over there. I think we should go inside. It's very dark out here, and it's probably not super safe.
Did you find a door in your search?
Yes. It's up there, and I'll point in the direction.
So, you guys gonna move out?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's money and goblins.
Okay.
Gok wishes to find some goblin bitches.
So as you guys move to the north, everybody roll an acrobatics check.
Can the player?
Acrobatics?
An acrobatic check. What you're walking across is an expanse of crumbled masonry that surrounds the entire citadel. It's very unstable. There's definitely slabs of masonry, blocks, crumbling stuff that is easy to trip over as you move. It's supposed to be every 10 feet, but I'm only going to just have you guys do it once.
Quick question. Can the Twitch stream see all? I mean, like, I'm in it. I just can't see everything. Can they see our rolls and our texts?
Not yet. I haven't put that in yet.
Cool.
So everybody passed. You guys are good to go there. So everybody go ahead and move up to this area here. The doorway going in there is kind of small, so.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys see the doors right here. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Yes.
It's immediately to the square to the left of me. So who's going to go in first?
I will.
Ratul? Okay. So, you should have
behind him.
updated to the room there.
I have.
Okay. Who's going second?
I was gonna go behind him.
I will go third. That's
Okay, so Yin Yang's next.
Can someone check to see if the door is trapped?
Yin Yang didn't bring his torch.
What the hell?
alright. On another one.
Yeah, just pull out another one and put it on you. There you go. Now you can see.
I'm gonna follow. I realized that I didn't say into into chat, but I was trying to ask if someone could, because I forgot to push to talk. I was gonna ask if someone could check the door for traps, but
Oh,
too late now.
it is, and it was not trapped, so you're okay. Okay, so in order for anyone else to come inside, Ratul is going to have to move somewhere. And then Yin Yang is going to have to move somewhere. Okay. So Gok is next. How are you guys not... There you go. You should be able to click it and drag it right on top of your character. Hold on. There we go. And there you go. Okay. So, this is what you guys are seeing now. You're inside of a small little chamber here. And yeah, so you're inside of a crumbling courtyard. What would you guys like to do?
There's just pitch black down here, right?
Huh?
It says just pitch black down here.
Pretty much. You can see what your torch is showing you.
Alright, can I look around and see if there's any like lanterns or some kind of like light source that could be lit maybe to light up the...
No. You don't see anything like that.
I'm gonna go in this direction.
Okay, make sure you are grabbing your character and then clicking, doing the yellow dot thing.
Can I do?
Yeah, I can.
So can I like look at the floor and see if there's like any writing, any runes, anything that looks out of place, or anything that might tell us, or the walls, anything that like maybe some scripture or something. Usually fancy places have those types of things.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Anyone that would like to.
Can I also do it for like a perception check? Oh, okay. I think that's fine.
You're in the wall.
I kind of noticed it. I thought that was a door, and it's like, oh, so stuck in the wall.
Okay. You're not seeing any. Okay. Ratul, stay right where you are, please. You are not seeing anything on the walls, any kind of writing or anything like that. It just looks like it's been out of use for a very long time. As you're kind of investigating the walls, you hear behind you as a certain orc gentleman steps over, and suddenly you see a huge door open up beneath him. As it swings downward, you see Ratul drop down inside of this pit. Land inside of it at the bottom. It's 10 foot deep. As you fall down, go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Yes, sir.
Dexterity save is 5. So you land down in the bottom without injuring yourself, which is good. As you guys, you see that it does seem to be some kind of a lever that just opened up beneath him. It doesn't look like there's any kind of spikes or anything inside the thing. Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay, so 20, 15, 7, and Yin Yang. And then there's Yin Yang. What, did you just jump in there too? So Yin Yang is also in the pit?
No, I didn't jump in there. I kind of just walked over and was looking. It was a perception check. I was trying to see what happened.
Okay. So this is also in the pit right here. You guys could see that it is about 10 feet wide. It is about 5 feet across. And then it's about 10 feet deep as well. It does look like you might be able to jam something into the where the hinge is in order to keep it open. But with the 20 perception, Gok, you can definitely hear some kind of like a ticking. Inside the pit, sorry about that. Go ahead and let's see. Inside the pit, you see 2 goblin skeletons. One of the goblins looks like it's been dead for about a day, and you almost see it twitch a little bit, and as it twitches for a second, you hear another familiar growl as a giant rat emerges from behind the goblin and attacks you, Ratul. It gets one free attack.
Motherfucker!
For a surprise. 15 for 4 points of damage if that hits you, sir.
Yes, unfortunately my AC is not that damn high. God damn it!
Looks like this rat also fell into the trap, searching for goblin goodies. And you have found him, sir.
Do we have time? Do we have to wedge this thing open?
Yeah, everybody go ahead and roll initiatives.
God.
You guys are really going at it with these giant rats.
Well, looks like it's my turn to be at the bottom.
Huh, not alone. Okay. Well,
I got to flip a character for.
what did you get?
You got
I
it.
got a 10. So I'll just do it again.
No, it's fine. I'll just change it. Or that. I got it.
I went to 10. That was the first thing I rolled.
There you go.
Can I borrow the token thing for the...
Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry.
I used my first of 2 spells on you, Yin Yang. I better not have to spend both of them.
Okay. I'm back. Sorry about that.
We have, like, man, Furby is very sassy today.
He is a sassy kobold. Or not a kobold. The fuck am I talking about? He is a big giant kin. Okay, so, Yin Yang, what would you like to do, sir?
Okay, so we have to wedge the thing open, the pit where we're seeing.
Yeah. Who got the decent perception checks on that?
That was Gok, I think.
Yeah, I got a decent.
Yeah, Gok would be the one to have noticed that.
Yeah, it's like.
I don't know.
Guys, I think there's like a bomb and also a rat's attacking our orcish friend. You know, it's like gnawing on his leg, it looks like right now. It's putting up a very good fight, but I mean, you know, if anybody else wanted to jump.
I know what a bomb
is.
is.
Across my face, and can I kind of like just try to see where, like, the way it opened, I just want to try to put my foot on it and see if it opens, but I don't want to put weight on it like I was trying to step on it, you know, to see if it's a pressure plate, like, type deal, and see if it just pops.
The lid is actually kind of like hanging down into the pit right now.
Oh, so I can see the rat. Okay, I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Oh, yeah. So, like, basically it was like a triggered trap door. Yeah, there was some kind of a pressure plate. The whole lid basically dropped down inside, and it's just got hinges on one side, the side that Gok is on. So the side that you're on is where the latch side would be, I guess.
Okay, well, if I can see it, if I can see the rat, since I can look down and see.
Yeah,
here,
definitely.
throw a dart at the rat.
Yeah, do that thing. Oh.
Instantly kills Ratul. Like,
Instant kill on Ratul. Good job.
Headshot.
Headshot.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Why RNG? Why?
Roll. So this is what happens with the critical fail. As you go to throw the dagger, there's a... This castle hates you already. There's just like some loose mortar at the edge of this thing, and it just crumbles a little bit as your body shifts, like the balance, you know. You go to throw, and you just kind of like topple into the pit. Go ahead and roll a dex save to see if you land head first or manage to at least roll with it a little first. You do manage to roll a little bit, so you're not going to take damage falling in there, but you are down in the pit on top of this rat. And pro.
Taking damage from me falling on it?
No.
I mean,
God
to say
damn it, Yin Yang.
Yin Yang just wants to die.
I believe.
To kill Yin Yang. We got to sacrifice him.
I mean, I know it's a murder dungeon, but you're just like trying.
If we make a sacrifice, they may give it. The dungeon may leave us alone. I'm just putting the thought out there. As a character, but just the thought. If we kill a character, the dungeon might be satisfied.
He's unintentionally trying to sacrifice himself.
Can't let Yin Yang die. It's only the second session.
It's literally.
After like 6.
It's like the first room.
God.
It's the first trap, guys. Come on, there's a lot more to go through.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be the end of Yin Yang's turn, I believe. Gok, it is your turn, but now instead of having free access to this rat, there is a Yin Yang on top of it. So it's providing cover.
Okay.
He is disposable. The dungeon wants him dead.
I mean, if we're sacrificing, I'm just saying.
Okay. Could I see at least a good amount of the rat? Like, could I still see a good amount of it to like just cast a spell that wouldn't hit Yin Yang?
You want to what?
I mean, could I? I'm trying to see if I like.
Do you got a magic missile?
I mean, I have a witch bolt.
The witch bolt requires an attack roll or no?
I'm pretty sure it does. I was thinking maybe I could use like Toll the Dead.
Yeah. If you have something that does not require an attack roll, then I would say that you could use it.
Okay. Well, it doesn't have to do an attack roll. It's more like a save. The other person.
Right. So that one is where you're just focusing on one creature or something, and then it has to save?
Yes.
I believe that would be acceptable.
Okay. So, Gok is gonna shake his staff. His eyes are gonna turn, well, not a red, but more like a green. And he's going to... Hopefully this rat won't, like, bite Yin Yang's family jewels while doing this. And
no.
it just dies.
I vote for batting at the family jewels does automatic double damage.
And honorary admission to the Order of the Ball Kickers.
Honorary. Alright, so it needs to make a wisdom save?
Yeah, it's only 3 because it hasn't taken any damage.
You don't know if it's taking damage or not. It may have taken damage when it fell in here.
What's your DC?
Okay.
12?
Its DC's 12.
Nope, just made it.
Yes.
These rats are just spell immune at this point.
Yeah, I guess. Something like that.
And I guess I used my free action to say, well, I tried, I'll try again. That's my turn.
Okay. 1 second here. Just gonna try and move this map over a little bit so everyone out there watching can actually see the fight instead of just a random room. That's gonna be much cooler for everyone watching. Hey, look, guys. This is what.
Even on camera.
This is what you've been hearing about. This whole trap scenario here. I hope it looks better when you can actually see it. So, all right.
Yang trying to kill himself.
Yes, he is head diving into traps. So this is the best way to start a campaign. I like it. So, Gok Sour Gut, would you like to do anything else, sir?
Nope, that was pretty much it. To use my free action, and that was.
Okay, Mr. Alardro.
I'm gonna move right here. That's not in the pit, right?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna ready an action to help someone up. So I'm gonna put my hands down into the pit, like my very long arms.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready an action to pull someone up if they choose to as their action to try and escape.
Okay. Absolutely. Red tool.
So I can't reach. I have nothing I would like to cast, and I would like to try and help people out. So either one of them, if they try to grab hold of my hands, I'll pull them.
Okay. No, that's perfect. I like it.
Alright, question.
what would I need to do to go ahead and begin to climb out of the pit?
Well,
and
you,
hopefully away from the rat.
as you start looking for a way out, you suddenly see this gigantic hand reach down towards you.
I'll do it.
As I go ahead and clasp onto Alandro's hand and just sort of use it to give me the boost to reach up to the ledge.
Okay, go ahead and roll athletics with advantage. I like how you're just leaving Yin Yang in the pit with the rat. This is beautiful. So,
That sacrifice must be made.
so Ratul is easily able, between the two giant creatures, able to get out of the pit. As you get up there, you kind of stand up, kind of shake yourself off a little bit, and kind of look down in the pit, seeing your ally still in there with the rat creature.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead, get on my knees, and then push my... Actually, considering my size, could I actually just reach down and grab Yin Yang and just pull him out?
Not from there. If you were to go around, you could. Well, no, it's 10 feet down. I mean, if you...
I'm like your size.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you laid down and then Alardro held your lower torso while you went, leaned down in the pit, you could definitely grab him. Or if he stood up and then reached up to grab your hand, then he could, do the same thing you guys just did.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go right here, and then basically put my arm down and hold an action to basically haul Yin Yang's ass out of there.
Okay. That's fine. So it is the rat's turn then. You are on top of this creature. It kind of wiggles itself around and it tries to take a bite at you, sir.
Alright.
Does a 10 hit?
It does not.
Okay, so you're able to kind of like get your hands on its, neck area, kind of lower neck on the top of its chest area, and you're like holding it back as these gnawing teeth are just like gnashing right in front of you. Just
It's like Dana line.
So, top of the order, Yin Yang, you have gnashing teeth inches away from your face.
I'm pretty much gonna just stand up, shoving it off like while it's trying to bite at me and stand up. But if I were to attack it, could I not reach for his hand too? Is it an action to have him pull me out if I reach for his hand, or no?
I would say it would be a combination of both of your bonus actions. Since he used his action to get out, we'll just say it's bonus actions. That's fine.
Okay, I'll smack the rat before I grab his hand.
All right.
Natural one.
Like, I'm just gonna full on just pull up a finger and just flick it. Like,
Dude, if you roll a natural one... Nice. Okay. Alright, so you just give this thing a nice, just solid punch to the face. It's still kind of wriggling a little bit, but it definitely did not like that at all.
Actually, I was gonna say, better yet, if you don't mind, I just pretty much jump off of its face, reaching up for its head, just kind of use it like a...
He Mario jumped it.
Okay.
Essentially to the Goomba.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and roll an athletics check with advantage. Ratul, roll a dexterity check to catch him. Oof.
That's a 4.
That's a 4. So as you do the kick, I mean, it looks good. You leap off of this rat, but somehow your arms just... You manage to, like, get each other by the forearms, but then somehow you just lose the grip as you fall back into the pit with the rat. Over here.
Wait, why would it be a dexterity for me? Wouldn't it be athletics?
Well, just to catch him. I mean, like, reach out. Either way, he rolled a 10, so that wouldn't have been enough to get out. Gok.
Gonna rattle my stick. My eyes are gonna go green. Gonna wiggle my fingers. I'm gonna toll the bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I just
It is a
noticed.
5. It's a
I
5 because
just
you did.
noticed. I just noticed the rats in the background, like the noise.
Yeah.
I have noticed it. Okay, well, it passes.
It did pass. Sadly, these things are immune to magic.
Apparently.
Alardro.
Can I try and pull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can just reach down and try and grab him by the scruff of his neck. Let's do this thing.
Strength check or
Really?
Yeah. Athletics.
athletics?
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to grab him by the back of his tunic and you just like basically body lift him straight out of the pit.
I'm gonna whisper in his ear. That's 2. That's 2.
As you drop him next to the pit, you see this rat sitting down in there, and it's squealing at you and growling at you from the corner, unable to get itself out. Ratul.
Getting surprised a little hurry. He kind of just, you see his tongue just kind of rolling around the inside of his mouth, just kind of agitatedly, like, yeah.
I step up, brush myself off, and just step a little bit lightly around the trap in case of anything else, and head towards what I presume is the door.
Okay. All right. You see the rat just kind of running around in there, trying to find a way out, but it definitely does seem to be stuck in the bottom of this trap.
It's gonna die, so I'm going. But do we have some time before he goes through the door?
Yeah.
Did that was my full action to pull him out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna try and.
But we're pretty much out of combat unless somebody wants to put the rat out of its misery.
That's what I was gonna try and do.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna cast frostbite on.
Go ahead. That's fine.
I need to figure out how to get the. Oh wait, I have that on my character sheet.
Oh.
Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong section.
You're fine. So,
Finally,
right.
a spell hurts it.
a spell finally hurts the immunity of the rat creature, as the giant rat does finally die.
It just kind of like freezes into like its whole body just freezes in a.
Yeah, it's just kind of running around down in the bottom of the pit, you know, just kind of running back and forth. And as you cast your spell, you see it just kind of, as all of this ice just kind of runs over its whole body, and it just kind of falls over, dead and cold and lifeless.
Okay. I'll let everyone see me do that.
Okay. You guys definitely.
Die. I'd rather it not suffer for a long time.
It's very nice
From
of
what
you.
I could see, it had plenty of food, but yeah, it eventually just starved. So yeah.
Yeah, it does look like it was eating on the goblin a little bit. Does anybody want to look around at all, or?
Please.
Can I see anything from up here? Like anything else besides the goblin and dead rats? The 2 goblins.
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, so loud. The 6. Gosh, yeah, you don't really see a whole lot. Anybody else want to try?
Well,
Where was the door located? Over here?
Nope. Right next to Ratul here. Okay, so if nobody else is going to try after another few seconds, you see the the ticking sound that you heard, Gok, is still continuing. After a minute, you hear a click, and then all of a sudden the lid of the trap swings back up and becomes a floor again, trapping the rat inside. Well, the dead rat and the dead goblins in there.
Before we go to this door, maybe it would be smart to check this for traps, because this place is obviously heavily guarded.
I will check for traps. Being very inquisitive as a goblin.
I have it proficient investigation, so if that's what you end up doing, I'll assist you.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation checks.
Wait, I realize. Okay, wait.
12.
Oh no, I'm giving him advantage. I was assisting him.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, then fuck yeah. Nice.
19.
The natural 20. You definitely don't discover any kind of traps or anything on this door here.
Yeah, and I won't be letting you do that anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it seems fine to me, guys. There's nothing here at all.
It definitely seems that way.
So, but
Is
but
it
bigger
locked?
greenskins first. I need to keep myself alive so I can talk to the goblins as a fellow emissary of my party.
Alright. I place a big meaty hand onto the door and try to push it open.
Okay, it does swing open. So as you step in there, are you gonna move out of the way so other people can come in? Who's going in next? Yin Yang?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me.
Yin Yang moves out of the way. There is a Gok Sour Gut. And as he steps out of the way, there is an Alardro. As you guys step into this area, you see the circular area is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies of 4 goblins, apparently slain in combat. One corpse stands with its back against the western wall, straight across from you guys, the spear that killed it still skewering it and holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead from this area, one of which you just came through. A hollow tower of loose masonry reaches 30 feet into the air, but the intervening floors and stairs are gone, except for a couple of crumbling ledges. What would you guys like to do?
I look for traps.
Investigate the goblins to see if they have anything valuable on them.
Okay, go ahead and roll. A 9.
I'm gonna investigate the room to see if there's anything like hidden things or anything in particular that would be interesting that's not on the goblins.
Yeah, I was looking for traps.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh, perception, not investigation?
Who was who was searching the room?
Me.
Well, I was searching corpses. I think everybody
I
else
don't
was
think I see very much.
I'm looking for traps.
On Yin Yang?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't seem to find any traps. Gok. So just kind of like looking around the bodies, it does look like the 4 golems have been dead for a while. Rats have definitely been gnawing at them. It looks like the bodies have been looted. Nothing seems to be too weird except for the one being pinned to the wall. You do not find any traps.
don't see any pits we can fall in.
What would you guys like to do? Anyone else want to move or look around at all?
I would like to try to pull the spear out of the goblin.
Okay. You easily do so. As you pull the spear out of the goblin, you see its body kind of like sits for a second and then just like slumps off of the wall with a. As it does so, you see carved into the wall behind the goblin looks like some sort of runic markings. What languages do you guys know?
A lot.
I know Goblin and Common.
I know Orc, Common, and Dwarvish.
I know Common, Elvish, Giant, and Sylvan and Druidic.
Okay. And Alardro? That was Alardro. What about Yin Yang?
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah, Common, Sylvan, and Primordial.
Okay. Yeah, nobody's able to really understand the runes. It does look like they have been here for a very, very long time.
I should have taken Draconic.
I mean, it's an old temple to a dragon god, so.
Can I deduce that it was Draconic? Like, I was just guessing. Could my character deduce that? Because it was none of the languages he knew, and this is a dragon temple.
Roll an intelligence check. Yeah. I mean, you could make an educated guess that it might be draconic.
This is probably in Draconic. I can't read it.
Something tells me whatever this says is probably connected to this door.
Question is, with more than one door choice, which one's the right door?
There's more than one door?
He said there were 3.
There's one here,
Uh,
and there's one here.
I mean, I think the most logical decision is to split up and find the right.
Definitely.
Everyone except for Yin Yang in one group.
No.
Yin Yang in the other group.
God no. Yeah, but we go in pairs of 2.
A sacrifice must be made.
Look, guys, I know this place wants to kill me. It's proven that already, but no.
I say, okay, so in dungeons, do you mind? Okay, out of character. This is all out of character. I'm trying to think because, like, I know, like the concept of like always pick one direction. But is that metagaming to use that?
No, that would be a logical thing that any, common medieval person could think.
If this is gonna be a maze, I think we should choose one direction and just keep following that one direction, because if we hit a dead end, we could always turn back, and we know exactly how to get back.
That seems like the logical choice.
Wait, don't we have a map?
Nope.
Do we have a map?
You do not have a map, but if somebody wants to be the map maker, you can. You are more than welcome to physically draw one.
I thought they gave us a map.
No, they did not.
Never mind.
It does actually say that I'm supposed to designate someone as a map drawer, the cartographer of the group. If you guys want to
I
backtrack.
can take it, I guess. I'll do it.
So, as you guys are... no. Just drawing squares and circles and rectangles.
I think it's definitely easier for someone who has dark vision, because I have a hard time seeing a huge part of the map.
Well, they can... Basically, the way that the lighting works is you can only see the room that you're in, so even the guys with dark vision can only see what's in this room.
Oh, okay.
But that is going to be helpful to map it. You know there's a square and a circle so far.
Okay.
I say that we go through this door. If the one that we're trying to find has some sort of connection to the dragon cult, this thing is probably the best choice.
So, like,
Can I go check the opposite wall and see if there's another symbol like this one?
Sure.
this door over here?
Everybody go ahead and roll a passive perception check.
Oh, okay.
Wait, a passive perception check? Don't you just get that?
Well, yes. Okay, forget the word passive then.
Oh.
Perception check.
Yeah. I know what I'm talking about, guys, I promise.
Mhm.
Was that the 4?
Yeah, that was all 4 of us. Hey, I need a second. I have to use the bathroom, so.
Okay. All right. I was trying to. Okay, so you guys are thinking about this door. You don't see any other runic markings or anything like that on the rest of the walls.
So there's only the one rune on the one side closest to the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, it was like about here. But it was on the far wall from where you guys came in.
Alright, can I check the door, see if it's trapped or locked?
Okay. Which one?
I guess the one that was closest to the runic symbol.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll it, man. Oh man.
I'm sorry, Yin Yang. What is your magnetism to the one on the D20?
You've rolled more fucking critical fails tonight than I think I've seen anyone roll in a single campaign. Like in one game session.
Yeah, I'm noticing this.
I bet you are.
I
There was
never
this-
rolled this many nat ones. I think I meant to say this earlier actually, but I forgot as we were getting further. I think the game gods are mad at, and particularly me for whatever reason, for not playing in so long. Like
You're approaching Will Wheaton status at this point.
I was just about to say.
Oh god. Oh no.
I mean, you're almost to Will Wheaton.
Jesus.
If you get another crit fail tonight, it's Wheaton. It's Wheaton for days. Okay, so you definitely do not find a trap. Go ahead and roll me another perception check with advantage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I think there's 2 Will Wheatons here.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay. Never mind.
Look, I haven't done anything important yet. Although this was kind of important.
You
And I
don't-
got the 12. Thank
You
God.
don't see anything. Okay. So that's that.
Wait. What'd I miss?
What? Nothing.
Missed 2 people roll critical failures. Mine wasn't as bad because I got advantage.
consecutively.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're not seeing any traps there, Yin Yang? You definitely... He's confident that there's no traps, in fact. He's like...
It's actually a traitor who's working for the dungeon.
He's working for the goblins. Spy confirmed.
Yeah, I guess I'll try the door. I don't see anything. I'll try to open it.
Okay. So... let's see. It opens. Definitely not locked. You're gonna step through?
Well, with my torch. what
Yeah.
can I see into the room? The door is open, so I should be able to see.
Yeah. So you kind of dip your head in there a little bit as you're looking in. You see that the masonry walls of this 20-foot wide hall are in poor repair. The far end seems to have collapsed, filling the southern section with rubble. The western wall is in much better shape than the other walls, and it holds a stone door, massive stone door, with a rearing dragon carved in relief on it. The door has a single keyhole situated in the rearing dragon's open mouth.
So I'll poke my head back out and tell him, so... Pretty much what you just said.
Yeah,
I follow after.
there's a dragon door, guys.
I follow after Ritual.
Okay, where are you going to step, Yin Yang?
I guess just right here.
Okay. Where are you going to step, Ratul? There we go. And Mr. Alardro. There we go, we did it. We did it!
Yay.
Yay. Okay, so you guys are in this smaller chamber. Like I said, it's about 20 feet wide, and it goes off into the southerly direction. It's definitely kind of full of rubble and kind of broken down at the south end there.
You wanna give a look at that door? Just, I guess we better keep an eye on the floor as we walk.
I mean, I could do it. Locked doors usually mean treasure. So I've been told.
By all means, little man, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate for the door, I guess.
Well, I guess if you go check out the door, I can look at the floor on our way to the doors to make sure it's not trapped.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Nope, I don't see nothing, Gok. Go ahead.
No. Gok, you see that it seems to be some sort of a mechanical lock on there. Definitely it has a big, giant, open dragon mouth. The lock is right in the middle of the mouth there. Does not seem to be trapped.
Could I unlock it without finding the key?
You would have to have some thieves' tools and some experience in them, which was why I was hoping Brasnic would be here tonight.
I actually do have some thieves' tools.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you
I'm a-
proficient?
I am proficient, but it's like no, it's
Sure.
like a 3
Yeah, okay.
plus 3. Yeah, so I mean, I could try.
But you have the ability to do it, and that's what's important.
So I'm gonna try to unlock the door. Unless that's not okay. Otherwise,
Hey, man, that's up to your compadres here.
Unlock it.
okay.
We chose a direction. We should keep going in that direction.
So you're going to need a
Just remember,
dexterity
we're seeing a dragon.
check.
Got it.
Remember,
I'll do it now.
guys, just
Well,
remember
dexterity flash proficiency.
to be prepared.
Aha! Ooh. Got it.
Yeah, if you have your thieves' tool on your...
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Whew.
you know what? Do my goblin magic, baby.
Okay. As you are getting in there, you feel like you might actually have it. You feel like it's just about to come, and all of a sudden you see this bright flash of blue light as an arcane lock suddenly comes into place. As it snatches down on your tools, it doesn't break him, but it does shoot him outside, or shoot it out of the lock, and kind of scatters across the floor a little bit.
Boo! Got our hopes up.
Okay, so there's apparently some magic That's
Man.
locking the door, so to speak. Thought I had it.
If it wasn't for that arcane lock spell, you would have, sir.
Yeah, it was like a 21.
Well, I don't think we're getting this way unless y'all have a means of disabling such things.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
It seems our path has been chosen for us.
Well, there's 2 more doors, aren't there? So it's find door number 2.
Wait, let me try something.
God. Pick up my thieves' tools.
Okay.
This,
Yeah, they fell there. Perfect. Ratul, what would you like to do?
I pull out my ball.
You just gonna fucking ball sack this thing? Oh, whoops. I forgot my daughter's watching in the other room.
Dude.
My bad.
Yep. I pull out my maul. I'll take a good look at the door. So I'll rub my hands together and get a good grip onto my maul.
Okay.
I take a step back.
Okay.
Does that trigger a trap?
Go ahead and make a roll on that bad boy.
Would I have advantage because it's a non-moving object?
To hit it?
Yes.
I don't know. Does it work that way?
I don't know. What do you say?
No, I'd say it's just a regular swing.
Alrighty. 1 ball hammer coming right up. 17.
Okay. Definitely hit it. It seems as though the that flash of blue magic, you see it again. Right as you're about to hit the lock, it almost flares out. You see it kind of hits almost like a shielding of some sort.
Two more tries. It's usually what it takes to beat a charm.
I don't think that's gonna work.
You gonna try again?
I'm going to try 2 more times for a total of 3 swings.
Okay. Oh, oh no.
You just ascended!
Oh no. Okay, so you smash this thing. You smash this thing again. The 3rd time you smash it, you hear this loud crack. And as you see this huge crack go down your maul, as this magical force seems to have won the battle. It's not destroyed, but it's definitely flawed now.
Okay, apparently I'm not strong enough yet to break magic.
There's another door we can try to go through.
Yeah. So we're just gonna start walking back towards the other one, avoiding the.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, we're not getting through there.
Yep. Let's so
You guys going through?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I was still trying to move in a position.
And so yeah, we're going, I guess, through this door over here now.
Okay, everybody roll a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, I guess those 4 goblins were just right there, weren't they? Yeah, so the one pinned against the wall would have been that one right there. Yeah, you're right.
What's pinning it against the wall?
It was a spear, but Ratul pulled it out of it.
Oh, he did take it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the other goblins have nothing else on them, right?
No, they were already looted.
Cool.
Okay. Perception checks from Ratul and Gok. Alardro. Actually, it doesn't matter. You guys don't have to roll. Yin Yang. As you come through the doorway, you kind of give another glance around the room. As you're walking up towards this doorway here, you actually just kind of out of the corner of your eye over in this direction, you spot what looks to be like some sort of like almost like a weird line in the stone that you didn't notice before.
Okay, hey guys, come here. I'm gonna start making my way around to it and I guess check it out.
Okay.
Okay.
As you get a little bit closer, you start making out what looks to be the jagged outline of what might be some sort of a door. Very, very subtly set into the wall. Definitely difficult to see unless you're specifically looking for that sort of a thing.
Oh, okay. Can I look for what would look like something that would open it? A lever, a switch, a piece of stone that kind of pushes it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll another perception check.
Perception or investigation?
Investigation, sorry. You're right. Yeah. So you definitely see, as you're investigating a little bit more, it just seems to be more out of place. You notice that there's this block sticking out just a little bit, and behind it you can actually see another block that seems to be set in a fashion almost like a sliding hole. Looks like you could either push it from the left or from the right.
Like I have to choose a direction to push?
Sure.
Okay, can I look at the stones and see like which way it's been pushed more than the other one? Like there's wear and tear?
No, it does look like it has been, some kind of slide marks from activity before. With the 20, yeah, I would say that it does look like it does seem to look like it has gone out to the right just a little bit more, possibly.
Alright, I'll follow that way and push it to the right.
Okay. So as you are slowly and kind of getting that thing out of there, roll a dexterity check.
Check.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Nice. So as you're pushing this thing in, you do hear like a slight little click, and you see you like yank your hand out just in time. You see this needle pop out from inside of the little alcove after you had pushed it in a little bit. So you were successfully able to push in the activation trigger and avoid the poisoned needle. So as it sticks out, you yank your hand back. You suddenly hear a as this door just slowly slides out. As it does so, it's just kind of dark in there. You don't really, it kind of like smells a little dank and old and musty.
I'm gonna stick this torch to the doorway and see if I can't see, like, peer my head through it like I did before.
Okay.
Hey guys, come check this out. Hidden door.
Yeah, you guys all definitely have seen this process. You see this door swing open. I'm just going to put you in there so you can kind of see, but this does not mean you are in this room. You just have your face stuck in the doorway.
Yeah,
Right.
kind of just peeking through.
Okay. So, this pocket chamber is damp and cold. The skeletons of 3 long-dead archers slump against the rubble-filled arrow slits along the east and south wall. These skeletons seem to date back to the time before the Citadel plunged into the earth. They have been here for many eons. The calamity that killed the 3 archers seemed to have instilled within them some sort of a curse, because as you stick your face in there, you see all three of them, these small pinpoints of light spark to life with red fire as they all look up at you and start rising up off of the wall.
Oh, we got company.
God damn it, Yin Yang, why?
Yin Yang bringing all the cursed luck. It is time for Yin Yang to pay the ultimate price.
So, everybody
At
go
this
ahead and grab your
Yeah.
tokens and roll some initiatives.
Yeah, okay.
At this point, I don't know what's more unlucky. Me cracking my hammer or you just dragging all the bad luck with you?
I don't know. I've dropped my staff. I've missed a rat 3 times. I've rolled consecutive and multiple nat 1s.
And
On top
you
of that,
died.
I find a super secret hidden door. What's inside of it? 3 cursed skeletons from an age we haven't seen in thousands of years. Well, fuck.
Well, fuck my
Yes,
life.
the tutorial party way.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Okay. For you, baby.
This is amazing. All right, so descending, it looks like Mr. Yin Yang, you do have the first action, sir.
You
I
seem to be producing a lot more yin than you are yang.
I assume you yank your head back through the portal and warn the others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it was a portal? Or-
Well, no, doorway. I'm sorry. I meant portal as in doorway.
Okay, gotcha.
Doorways are portals if you think about that.
It's true.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll just step to the side here and ready an attack. I guess the moment it comes through the door, I'm gonna whack at it. Keep them trying to funnel. If we keep them coming one through the door, then their numbers don't mean shit.
Okay.
We just pin the doorway.
Do you tell them what they are?
Oh yeah, I popped out and said, we got magic skeletons.
Okay.
What?
You'll see. And I'm readying my staff to whack it when it comes through
Can
the door.
I see them?
Try to keep.
Can any of us see them?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
So he is readying an attack. Alardro, what would you like to do?
I will go here and I guess ready a spell.
Okay.
What did he say? What type of? I don't know. And I'll say,
magic skeleton.
hunker down, boys. It's gonna be real dangerous.
Okay. At 15, you see the first of these creatures. You see two skeletal hands. The first one latches onto the open doorway. You see the second one latch onto the second one as it comes through. Into the room. Get out of here, you little S. Nobody wants you. As the first one steps forward, it takes a swing at Yin Yang. You see the second one step into the doorway as it steps over this way. And then the third is locked in that space there in the doorway.
So we do get a chance to cast a spell though.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready to take action. 13
And-
hit.
13 is just going to hit. You see as your bow staff cracks down. It does seem to have some armor scraps kind of left over, but not, a full set of any kind of nice leather or anything. You are just able to sneak in past what's left of a helm as you crack into its skull for 5 points of damage. It kind of knocks its head to the side. You see it turn its head back towards you with the undead, empty eye sockets, except for the red pinpoints of light. Alardro, you had an action held. Go ahead and do that before they attack.
Was it this one that he did that to?
Yeah, it was the one on the right.
Perfect. I will cast. Wow.
That one.
Yeah, but if it fails, that disadvantage could be.
Yeah, I know.
And it fails. So this one is going to be frostbitten, and it is going to have disadvantage on its next action. Good job.
That's all I can do.
Okay, we'll say that's frostbitten. Why not? Okay, so they are going to get their actions. This one is going to go first, and it's going to have disadvantage on this attack. You see it kind of pulls out a rusty short sword that's been unused for ages as it swings at you. I'm assuming a 9 is going to miss you. Or the 8, actually, technically.
Yeah.
So that one swings and misses. Alardro, you see this other one standing right next to you, kind of turns and again pulls out a matching rusty short sword. Oh! Sadly misses as it kind of swings. The flat of the blade, just because it's, obviously out of practice being a swordsman, the flat of the blade hits you and just knocks the blade out of its hand as it clatters across the floor. Third skeleton is going to be unable to attack. Which brings us to Ratul. You see this one standing right next to you has suddenly lost its weapon trying to swing at the big giant.
Don't forget you have to press push to talk.
I keep forgetting that. God dang it. It focused the wrong giant, as I am going to take my ball and basically knock its block off.
Okay. Do the thing. Nice. Definite hit. Absolute hit. Why didn't you swing on that like on the door?
I wanted to!
That sounds like a pile of bones.
Oh, yes. Wait, that was this one here? That one. You definitely crash it. The whole upper torso of it, like one arm, one side of the rib cage completely gets crushed out. The whole left side of its arm just like crashes off of its body. It's still kind of like got enough of a spine to hold it together just a little bit, but it is severely, severely wounded by this attack.
And that's all I do.
Okay. Gok, it's your turn, little goblin.
Okay. I'm gonna like probably move to here. Yeah, here. And then I'm going to blast him with acid.
Okay. Do the thing. From there, are you moving?
Oh. Yeah, right there. Okay.
Right into the
Now
trap.
what?
Perfect. I'm just kidding.
You activated my trap card, fool.
No, you activated my Alu card.
Oh my.
Nice.
Okay.
And at which one?
The one in front of me.
This one, who's almost dead.
Actually, you're. Well, I already said it, so it's
You said this one here?
Yep, I already said it, so.
Okay.
was-
So the poison spray As the poison washes over it, you see it kind of dripping down its skull, going into its eye sockets. You see it going into its mouth. You see it dripping down its jawbones and going down its spine at the top, in its neck as it goes down onto its rib cage. You see the creature just kind of looks at you and seems to be completely unaffected by the poison.
Yeah, I kind of realized that, but I realized I don't have that many things that could kill this.
It is sadly immune to the poisoned condition and poison damage. I apologize for that, sir.
Also necrotic, damn it. It's okay. Well, it fits into my character that this is the first time fighting undead.
Yeah, you tried.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a first level character. You wouldn't have known that.
Yep. So, I'm just going. Gok's just gonna stare in surprise, like, why didn't it die?
Okay. So you unleashed the mighty spell upon this creature, expecting ferocious results. As it stand there and look at you, you just kind of like look at it in surprise and confusion.
Yeah, I'm still new to this magic thing. There we go.
Yin Yang, it is your
How
turn,
old
sir.
is Gok? Can I ask?
34.
Oh wow. Oh, in goblin years or just near years?
Goblin years. He's 34.
What's that?
Goblin year.
What is that in regular years? Oh, he's an old goblin. That's rare.
Yeah, it's because he's smart enough to like live long enough. Anyway, continue.
Alright, so I guess I'll just go ahead and take a couple of whacks right here at the one in front of me. I'm gonna take my staff and try to whack it across the head, then following the momentum, roundhouse him.
Okay. No ones. That's a hit. Alright, 6 points of damage. As your bow staff lashes out again, you crack it on the other side. This time you just completely smash off its jaw, and you see like the whole lower half of its face is completely gone, and it's just these, a skull sitting with these two glowing eye sockets. And that is a hit as well. And you finish off.
This is where all your good rolling is. It's on your damage.
Yeah, right.
Right?
As you smash the skeleton to pieces. Nice work, sir. Is that the end of your turn?
And pretty much. Yeah, then we'll take a one step back.
Okay. That's in the wall. Like to there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't cooperating with me trying to grab it and the torch at the same time.
Yeah. You could always just, if you're going 5 steps, just move your token and then the torch or whatever. Either way, Alardro, it is your turn, sir.
I'll use my star and make a slashing motion to kill this undead abomination.
You could tell he's not a warrior. I make a slashing motion towards the bad guy.
Yeah.
Sadly, a 12 is not quite enough to hit. So as you swing towards this thing, it kind of glances off the little piece of armor that it's got stuck to its ribs.
Okay. And I'm gonna put my shield out in front of me. Like, hey, don't kill me.
Okay. Blindly, you see that it does turn to... Oh no, it doesn't have a short sword.
Yeah, it tried to stab me and it just failed.
It did. It failed really hard, but it's also really stupid. So it's going to...
Does it pick up its own arm that was just, like, destroyed, like, knocked off of him and use that as a weapon?
No, it just tries to, reach out with its bony hands and kind of use them like claws, like a skeleton would. Sadly, is not enough to get past your shield. You just kind of hear this, like, the almost like nails on a chalkboard sound as it's scraping its bony fingers down your shield. It's almost worse than an attack, if you ask me.
Yeah, 10 psychic damage to everyone.
Yeah. Okay, as this skeleton stumbles forward, let's see. We'll roll a d6 here. 1, 2, 3 is Gok. As it stumbles over towards Yin Yang and tries to attack him. Does an 11 hit?
No, but since it entered Gok's thing and then went away, did you get attack opportunity?
I didn't really mean to stop there, but sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, I have
if you didn't mean
a
to,
spear, but I haven't
asking.
drawn it.
Well, you use your staff, right? You can like whack him with your staff.
Oh. Yeah, but I guess it's not really my official weapon. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's all good.
I could
Well,
just.
if you didn't intend to step there, then that's cool.
Yeah,
I just
it's
saw
fine.
you move the target past there.
Yeah, I meant to stop here and then decide who he was going to attack, but... Okay, so,
No,
that
that does not hit.
is good. How do I always end up disappearing the one that has the goddamn thing on it?
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, got to keep the turn order intact. Ratul, it is your turn, sir.
Alrighty. I'm actually not going to swing with the hammer again, noticing the cracks that are going across it, and instead, I want to reach out and just basically face grab the skeleton and just crush its skull between my giant meaty fingers.
Okay. Nice. You definitely easily crush the undead life out of this creature.
Beyond death.
The undeath.
Been a long time since I've heard a sound of cracked skulls.
Yeah.
Neat.
Gok. Gok.
Geek.
What are you gonna do, Gok?
That's some
Okay.
gack on you.
I've got some geek. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to rattle my staff. Gonna turn my eyes green. And I'm going to say, let's see if you survive this! As I move my staff forward, I'm gonna total on that guy.
Okay. What kind of damage is it?
Necrotic damage.
Alright, so a wisdom save from the undead.
What? What?
What? It is not affected by your undeath. Get out of here with your necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I will.
Gonna stay here defiantly. It's just wonder, like, what is going on right now.
By magic, it's not working.
I thought this was supposed to give me power, and
Oh, your mistress is so mad at you right now.
yeah, I'm embarrassing her right now.
She is so upset with you. Near failure.
I don't know. She might mount me on her wall later. I don't know.
She might. Is your sister? Is your daughter still watching?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
I
no
will refrain
there's
from
no
saying-
mounting, please. Okay.
ornamental feet or something. You know,
Yeah.
like a deer.
Uh-huh. Yin Yang.
What?
We're gonna move right along.
Yeah. Alright, so... Oh god.
They can't see the chat, right?
No.
Good.
All right. Still, wow. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the staff, whack it across its face, like coming from an uppercut, and then as I'm following the uppercut, I'm gonna pretty much leap up off the ground and kick him in the chin.
Okay. Ooh. The swing ups just barely misses. You don't quite connect with the skull. The unarmed strike as you kick upward also is unable to connect with the skeleton warrior.
Yeah, that's my turn. I can't really do much else. I'm just like, oh.
Okay. Alardro.
Well, I just gonna cast Frost.
Okay. DC 13, con save. Ooh, rolls a 5. So it takes 3 points and it's going to get that disadvantage. Okay. So you see Frost definitely rhyme over the outside of the skeleton. It seems to be moving a little bit slower, kind of clicking a little bit more. It's that arthritis kicking in the winter.
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of tends to happen with the joints. It's a pain in the butt.
It is. It is. Well, we're good on my daughter watching now. She's watching her Minecraft YouTube videos.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's It's better than Fortnite videos.
Oh yeah, she's not allowed.
That I can at least agree with. At
She's stuck to Roblox and Minecraft.
Hey.
And even that I have to monitor because there's weirdos. Anyway, that is the end of the skeleton's turn. Ratul. Oh wait, did the skeletons attack?
No, they did not.
No, he did not.
Yeah, well he gets disadvantage anyway, so... Oh my gosh! He's still gonna hit you though, Yin Yang.
Yeah.
For 4 points of piercing damage, sir. How are you back up to full? Did you get healed all the way?
No, we
took
took
a
a
short
short rest, and then use hit dice.
Yeah. Okay, so you take 4 points from that. And then it is the big Ratul's turn.
Yep. I'm just going to stomp through the bones of his previous companions, get right behind him as he's focusing on Yin Yang, bring both my big meaty cuffs to the other side of his head, and then crunch.
Okay. Yeah. That's a hit. As you bring in your hands, to either side of its skull, you see the cracks appear slightly before they start to crunch inward. You see the bone plates start to overlap each other as you're slowly pressuring the skull together. Not quite enough to finish it. See the glow is not quite left the empty sockets. Is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yep.
Okay, Gok, this is your round, buddy. This is you.
Okay. I'm gonna toll the dead again.
Why don't you just Eldritch Blast this
Hopefully
thing?
this works.
Don't you have an Eldritch Blast?
I wanna save my spell slot. I got one. I have one spell
Eldritch
slot.
Blast is a cantrip.
Wait. Oh no, wait, I don't have Eldritch Blast.
Isn't the whole point of playing a warlock?
I know, but I didn't put it.
Oh my gosh. You're fired.
Ah.
I'll do it the next level when I get the available cantrip.
Okay, toll the dead, sir. Let's see if you can toll the dead. Let's see if the dead want to cooperate.
Come on, dead, cooperate. Cooperate.
18, dude!
What is going on?
Gok!
His skull is crushed
Gok
in,
Sour
he's
Gut! Why do you not use my power correctly? You hear this in the back of your mind.
Yeah. That's. Oh no.
I mean, your mistress is basically a night hag, so you do what you gotta do.
Yeah. This is pretty. I mean, this is a pretty poor display, honestly. I think I haven't landed a single spell.
Gok Sour Gut!
I feel like Gok shivers. Looking behind.
You hear her malevolent voice in the back of your mind, whispering her disapproval.
I want to see Gok become a paladin and just deal with it.
On that note, I will pass the turn.
Yin Yang, top of the order. It is on you, sir.
Alright. Seeing Ratul come up and pretty much grip its skull, I'm gonna aim for the spot right up under where the spinal cord underneath the head connects to the shoulders. I'm just gonna try to sever it there
Okay.
with a strike with the staff and then a
Yeah.
knife.
Oh, easy hit.
It'd be it.
Alright, as you strike out with the staff, you don't even need to do the knife edge. You just, like, perfectly thrust out with the end of your staff, and it just separates the skull right where it meets the neck. And you see, as it separates, you see the lights just instantly fade out.
Pulling the staff back, I'll do some the bow staff twirly stuff, bring it around and just flat on the ground, upright, vertical with.
Okay. As he withdraws his weapon, you see a flourish as he plants it into the ground, finally stepping into the monk role that he was destined for.
And not being Will Wheaton.
Yes, no more ones.
I wouldn't say that so quick.
There's still time.
There's still plenty of dungeon left here, sir. Okay, so that is the 3 skeletons. Does anyone want to check out that room at all, or?
Yeah, let's
I wanna,
loot the bodies.
yeah,
Let's
let's
check-
kind of look at the skeleton, see if the armor is worth much, because this is like ancient pieces and stuff like that. I'm sure archaeologists and other people would have a heyday with these.
Okay. So as you are searching them, it does look like the armor is definitely mostly useless. There's definitely a lot, is rotted away. There's, bits and pieces left, but definitely not usable as any form of defense. Each skeleton does have 20 arrows. As you're kind of searching around them, you find some pouches that seem to have withstood the ages. Let's see. We're gonna go.
If there's no air coming in and out of a room, and there's no life, technically there would be no real damage to them.
So on each one of them, you find 12 silver pieces and 5 gold pieces.
Skeleton?
On each skeleton. In the quivers, you see that they have managed to survive a little bit. They, are mostly trash, but you do see a special socket, a little pocket on each one of these guys that holds an arrow set aside from the rest of the arrows that are in the quiver. You want to check those out?
I'm okay. Out of character. It's almost 9 o'clock on the west coast, and it's like midnight on the east coast.
Yeah, we're gonna be done after we're done searching these things.
Cool. I just wanted to clarify that. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Give me a second. You guys can go.
So yeah, I guess we'll definitely at least pull out the special arrows from each of them.
Okay. They definitely do seem to be a very, very fine craftsmanship. They have survived the ages very well. They look almost as new as the day that they were put into the quiver. You do see some small runes seem to be etched on the arrowheads themselves.
I'm gonna use detect magic using the Fearbold magic racial trait.
Okay. Yeah, all 3 of these arrows definitely give off a glow.
Okay. I'm gonna say these are magic arrows. They're quite quite powerful. I don't know what they do, but no one would just enchant an arrow.
Anyone got a bow? I don't.
Me neither.
It's treasure that could be sold, possibly.
Yeah. Can I look in the room that they came from?
Yeah, as a next check out the room.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely full of a bunch of rubble. Sorry. But yeah, you guys don't find anything else in the room itself, except for. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know where I just took myself, but somehow I'm through the wall or something. There we go.
Yeah. So definitely don't find anything else in the room there. So when you guys did find the gold and the silver, it was probably actually in the room. Kind of spread around on the floor and whatnot. So you were able to collect all that up, and
Total
got the
15 gold and 36 silver.
Yeah.
That's equivalent of us each getting four gold, or 3 gold and like 10 silver.
So let me see if I
It's
did
some
it.
Split evenly among all the 4 of us. That would make around. Well, we can't really split a gold piece, so that'll be 2 gold pieces left over.
But 10 silver is 1 gold.
Yes, but can you instantly transform gold into silver?
No, but we'll each take.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Sorry.
We'll each take 3 gold, and then 2 people will take 4 gold,
Yeah.
and then people who didn't take 4 gold will take extra silver.
Okay, I just added a handout called Loot Notes at the top, so you guys
Oh.
can just keep track of it, and then at the end of whatever, you guys can divvy up whatever's there, because you're gonna find more. So whatever you divide now,
We'll
I
just
mean,
keep someone's holding on to this.
right.
We'll do the weight and everything, and we'll figure it out. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
Just, you guys will
I
probably.
do have to get out soon.
So with that being done, we are going to call it here for the evening. We definitely got some East Coast players, and they're pushing past midnight here. So just to kind of take it easy on their time schedules, we're going to be playing from about 5:45 until about 9 o'clock on Sundays. We'll be doing that every other Sunday. The off Sundays we'll be playing in Mr. Doc's game. We have a lot of fun doing that. This is going to be off stream, but it's definitely a good time. Same crew here, and then so we'll be able to see you guys here in a couple of weeks. And if you want to catch up on the episode or the previous episode, whatever, it should be in the Twitch library for the channel here. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun going forward. These guys kind of just dipped their toe in today, found a couple of traps, secret room, an impassable door, at least for the moment. So definitely got a good little dip into the Sunless Citadel. Found out that it is indeed full of traps and secrets and monsters that want to eat your face off. So I can't wait to get back into it here in a couple of weeks, get a little bit further into this thing. There's lots of fun ahead. Like I said, they have barely just dipped their big toe in this thing. So we'll see. Plenty of murder dungeon left to see if these guys can survive. So anyway, definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with us for the evening. It makes it fun to be able to do this for you guys, have you guys watching us and seeing what we're going through. I know I'm having a good time running this game. I hope you guys are having a good time playing it. It's been a good time for me. So
Good night, everyone.
For sure. Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.
everybody have a great night, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
You too.